Before Zeppelins could be moved into an area, Zeppelin tie downs would have to be built, and sometimes Zeppelin towers, and even Zeppelin holding areas, which is why you have a lot of the big churches with the high roofs. Basically, two walls that protected the Zeppelins from wind and all that other stuff. Anyway, this is an example, but before the Zeppelin would move there, they would usually send a clay thing giving an example of what they wanted to be constructed to do the tie downs with. Would be an example of a Zeppelin tie down, which is basically a piece of rock underneath the ground and then a rock carved, to a slightly thinner thing, either half round or circular shape, and then the bigger thing on top. And then, of course, the rope would be tied around there, and that would prevent it from being pulled up into the air. And this could be either constructed out of either wood, although wood wasn't very strong. Usually, it'd be a stone thing because it'd have to be very heavy to keep the Zeppelin in place. So basically, and this wouldn't be. This was an example of one that would be too thin, really. They would actually want a little more meat, but basically an example of pretty much what they wanted. Anyway, so yeah, that one actually shows off a little bit too thin. They would actually be out to only about here, about half round. So not really a full thing, but like, anyway, too skinny, of course the rock breaks. So now that could actually be a metal one or a metal bracket, but then again, that'd be a lot of metal. So usually that would be an example of one that was a failure or something. That was probably why they broke it, because they don't want people building those things because they were too weak and fragile.